Hi gang, welcome to Friday afternoon. So I will not be very tired because I haven't been at work and I actually got some sleep last night. And hopefully that will assist me in my quest to dethrone the Deep Web Edgelords from their current commanding run and get Soul Touchaz back on track. We'll see. Game should be starting in about 10 minutes, so I thought I'd just go through the teams very quickly first and make sure everything is working. So if you are joining me, welcome. If you have not hit the follow button, please do that, because I am currently about 10 follows away from the affiliate program, which would be pretty interesting, just to see what that's all about, really. And also have the extra storage space for my videos, etc. If I can get to that number and get to the affiliate program, then I may well start streaming more games as well, because I'll probably get the bug then, rather than just going, I've got no followers for a month in my brain somewhere. Just going to check the sound works. So as usual, you'll get the recursive sound. If you do notice any problems, do let me know. If you do notice any problems, do let me know. There we go, recursive sound, baby. Let's bring up my chat function in case anyone is here. So I can see you during the game, and let's have a quick look at the teams while we wait for things to kick off. So you all know the Touchaz by now. They haven't changed from the last game. Blood hoovering up the MVP again, which is, as is usually the way. You might notice that I have some very silly named teams. Maybe I'll show you them sometime. Game should be kicking off at about 2 o'clock. So yeah, let's take a look at the Touchaz and then take a look at the Edgelords very quickly while we wait. So priorities for this game beyond winning, obviously, would be to try and get the level on Gurk finally. I know he's movement bust, but with the Mighty Blow that shouldn't be too difficult, given that Meat will be playing with a few loners. And who knows, maybe I can finally get Gothrock his 1 SPP. I have been toying with the idea of, if I can, trying to hand off to a Black Orc if things are going well, although that's by no means a given and would be very tough to pull off. I did have a practice game where Gothrock actually caught the ball when it got scrambled and ended up scoring a touchdown, so maybe that will be a good sign. Who knows? Zugag, would be nice if we could get an MVP. I wouldn't be too horrified if Blood got another MVP though, because that would put him at level 4. If he persisted in getting more after that, because that would be his 6th and his 4th in a row, then we might have some ructions there. But really, I would love to see the MVP go in on Gothrock or on Zugag, or even somewhere along here, because if you look, Mr. Crumpteeth is only 5 away from being a level 5, and once he's a level 5 he gets tackled and then he just becomes the complete killer, unless he gets a double or a weird freak strength up, in which case I'll think about it a bit more. But double, I'd be quite tempted by dodge. Stat ups, yeah, AGI up, strength up. Might pass on the move up, because then that really unbalances things with the blitzes, and I'll have a 5 and a 7. And I'm not really one for doing the ridiculous quick plays anyway. I've never really looked at 1-turns, which is something I probably should do, and save most of the time. Yeah, I don't know. There's a few options there. Would quite like to avoid getting much more SPP on Bad Mad and kind of running out of things to put on him, and he's just becoming very bloaty. But yeah, team is looking in decent health. Be nice if Clud could start getting some SPP so we can get Dirty Player back as well. And I'd accept Thodel Trouble stepping into his spot for now. Plans for this game: play slow. As you can see, Meat is running a lower TV than me because he has missing players, so he will be getting 2 loners, and those loners will bump him up. So in theory, unless he scums something, he should not be able to get anything other than a babe. Quite glad to see the AGI player is not on the pitch, although kind of disappointed because it would have been nice to have killed him, because I hate AGI players, lacking any myself. I've developed an unfathomable hatred for them. Mesphere is going to be a tough customer, and Edelfin, Legendary Witch Elf, and then Bannerith, the more rookie one with Wrestle, they'll be tough ones as well. If I can get them down and foul them off the pitch, I'll be a very happy chappy. If I can just get them down, I'll be a very happy chappy. Fair amount of blodge, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blodges. We've got 2 dodges, 3 dodges, and then we're going to have Ridrear, Nenlin, Hasmare, and 2 loners who will just be punching targets. If I can get hits on them for free, I will take those hits on them for free. My plan is on offense to play it offensively but slowly, so I'm going to try and put as much pressure on whatever columns he sets up as possible. My plan defensively, Meat, if you're listening to this is not really going to spoil anything, so you probably shouldn't bother. Defensively is to just try and control the pitch as much as possible, take the hits where I can get them, without overstretching myself, and sit back and let them come at me, really. I'm not really fussed which one I get first, offensive or defensive. I think I'd probably prefer offensive on balance because it gives me more chance to punch elves out early, but we will see. Meat is not quite online. Is anybody there? I am assuming not. If you are joining me today, please do drop in and let me know. And I will attempt to not go into a big funk if this goes badly like I did against Glockter. But that's what happens when you build games up to be super important and then they don't go your way. You tend to get a bit sulky. I've caught a few games this week. I haven't cast any, really. I've been taking a little bit of a break from it because I kind of overdid it a couple of weeks ago and made myself a little bit ill as a result, because I was just not sleeping at all and spending far too much time doing things like playing Rust and Blood Bowl that I shouldn't be. Anyone who knows that Rust is a big popular thing for streaming and wonders why I don't stream that, it's because I'm actually really terrible at it, and it's pretty rare for me to win a fight. I'm quite good at avoiding fights though, and sneaking around and grabbing what I need that way, and then offline raiding people. So maybe, who knows, I might get good enough at it that I'll stream it sometime. I've got a few other games that I've considered streaming, so I have Mech Warrior, I have a bunch of games that I haven't yet played that I got specifically for streaming, so I have like Blasphemous and Moons of Madness and a few other horror games. I will attempt to branch out into those in future months, but given my job, it is rather erratic in terms of my ability to schedule, and scheduling anything like a regular schedule would be rubbish. And for the most part, most of you are here to watch Blood Bowl anyway, because there's not very many of you and you're all from Blood Bowl. And of course, as soon as I jump on stream, suddenly everyone wants to talk to me on the Facebooks and things, so if I go randomly quiet for a second, that is why. I probably need to tweak the levels, really, don't I, because that music is really quiet, probably really quite annoying. That's better. Get them synth wavy sounds. Yeah. It's an attempt to kind of keep myself balanced, I guess, the synthwave, rather than going for the super aggressive metal and things. It's got a bit of pep to it, but it's not over the top, and I do really like it because it's very 80s, and I'm kind of a nerd for 80s bullshit. So yeah, it's been an interesting week in the Blood Bowl universe. We have had a few interesting games that I've caught, mainly college games, a couple of the games of the other people in minors. So I caught Rand's game last night before I went to sleep, and Airsick Hydra's game yesterday as well, and that was a college game that was pretty interesting. My mentee's game against Helves, where he ground them out to a 0-0 draw despite some really bad luck. So looking forward to going forward with that. He gets Brett's next. I get Mighty Q's Lizards next. So I'm hoping that I don't take too much battering from these sneaky elves. They do lack Mighty Blow, which is quite good for me, I think. Not that Mighty Blow has made much of a difference in terms of me getting battered by AV7 teams for the last few weeks. So yeah, we will see. Apparently there's a couple of you watching. If you are watching, do say hi in chat. Do hit the follow button if you haven't already. and do let me know if the sound is all working, etc. Because if it isn't, then I obviously need to tweak things, and tweaking things is a thing that I often have to do. Yeah, someone's dropped back out again, I guess. Cool. I'm a popular man. So we're just waiting on Meat, as I say. Jumped on a bit early, get things sorted. He should be here imminently, I believe. This weekend, I think there's a fair few games. I saw there was a couple of games scheduled anyway. I thought Halo and Arisen were supposed to play yesterday night as well. Apparently they didn't, so maybe I'm misreading the times and dates on that, and it's actually tonight. And yeah. Now we wait. You can listen to my pumping sounds. I just attempted to type the word breakfast and typed instead. Apparently my thumb is not very good at doing the words, like me. So, season hasn't been going so great so far. As you can see, given my position on the leaderboard, which I'm not looking at right now, let's bring it up. Okay, Meat's here. So I should get a ping imminently. But as you can see, all varieties are top with 4 wins. They actually have 2 of those due to buys because Meat missed his first week. So we've got Galocta and the Deep Web Edgelords. We've got Edgy Speedies, Green Packers, Eagles, Shamblers, Taupes, Toysaurus, Soul Touchaz. I actually think this is slightly off, but I'm not sure. It depends on what's going on in terms of games that I've played that I might have missed. So Meat is now online. I will just wait for him to... There we go. We are in. So wish me luck. I'll see you on the other side. I will probably talk a lot in between. So I'm just expecting a babe out of this, but we'll see. Yeah, just a babe. I didn't think he'd spend any more than that on there. I have my coffee. I have my vape. I have my offerings to Nuffle. And we're in. I don't know if he has anything on his Stadia. I'm kind of hoping that he does, because cancel's often the more annoying of results, but we will see. Alright, so he's letting me attack. That's interesting. Goes into columns. Okay, so my plan here is to grind up the pitch. My plan here is to hit his columns, because I'm assuming that's what he's going to go into. I'm going to go heavy on the offense here. Does have kick, which is slightly a concern. However, at the moment his kicker is sitting on the sideline there, so he'll need to bring him back in if he wants to use him. Could be that he has... there we go. Kicker is in, so we'll see how he plays this. This is one of my more standard formations. This is the sort of attacking circle. Looks like he's going to try and catch me on this side or try and wheel me around here, but we'll see. Alright, so I think we're going to do this. Okay, so let's go with that. Alright, kick goes in. Good deep kick. Oh, cool. That's just what I needed. Typical. Okay, so that is about all I can really hope for, isn't it? I can't really afford to use the Apo this early. Alright, so I need to plug that gap, really. Fortunately, that was on the side that is not quite as covered up, so I think we'll probably just do what we're going to do anyway and move up. So I'll wait to pick up there. Let's just crump some dudes. No armor break. I think it's time we cleared this guy off the line as well. All right. Bring Zughag into the middle. That'll do for my first turn. So I think he's probably going to sit back and wait for me to come at him. This probably precludes me engaging in a fouling game because I've lost the player already, unfortunately. At least it's just a badly hurt, so he's not going to be out for the next game. It's not the worst thing. Could have been worse. Could have been a perm, could have been an MNG, could have been a death. Losing one of my few block Black Orcs is a bit of a shitter, but I think I probably would have preferred to lose one of them rather than one of the blitzers at this point. So we'll see how we do. Goes for the tackle hit on blood. Gets the power naturally. Now I'm expecting her to run away because that's not. Ooh, no. Okay, that's interesting. That's going very aggressive with the witch. Now you can probably spill in past here, while I try and get up, but I have enough here to cage with, so this is going to be dependent on how he tries to play this as to which way I'm going to go. But if he offers up Edelfin for the hit, then I have a Blitzer sat right back here who can hit him. May be able to get an assist on there as well. Yeah, Edelfin comes charging in. I would expect this Blitzer to come down to help, yeah. It's a dangerous place to be standing, mate. So I'm thinking we'd cage, semi-cage here. This could be an attempt to gum up my players so that he can get a free hit in here. Okay. Runs around the side. It's probably something I'll have to deal with as well. That's the cage diver. Okay, the big boy's coming in. Guard comes in, that's the sensible choice. But again, that's putting him in harm's way. Alright. So my issue here is that by doing this, he basically prevents me from doing what I need to do here, which is that I need to bring a player in to assist, and I can't do that without uncovering the ball carrier to some extent. So I think I'm probably going to have to risk it. There we go, that's an early KO on the guard piece, that's great. Probably shouldn't have followed that, but that's fine. He's going to attempt to hit my ball carrier with the witch now. I'm going to re-roll that. That's the freebie. I'm not going to pile onto that. So we're probably going to see a witch hit here. Oh, cool. Just what I needed. Alright, so that was probably because of the reroll. The reroll was worth a try, but I think that witch is now in on the catcher, on the thrower. Yeah, there's a GFI there. Which I think you probably got to do, really, haven't you? If I can escape for a turn on this one, then I will run away. I'm fine with... I'm fine with him scoring early, because that gives me time to get back at him. Yeah, so he's got some opportunities here to do some nasty stuff. Whether he will take them or not, I don't know, because it might be going too aggressive. Oof. Looks like the dice are not going to be that pleasant with both of us, so wrestles him down. That gives him the loner assist. Ah, no, puts the loner there. That's interesting. Okay, here we go. Ball sack attempt, and then maybe he tries to dodge out. Alright, so he may be trying to step out here, hit from here, which means he doesn't really have anything for recovery, but turns into a big scrum in the middle of the pitch for me to get the ball back. Yeah, that's the one. Goes for the blitz. Gets said blitz. Easy. Cool. And that's an Apo roll straight off the bat. So getting outbashed again. Awesome. Alright. So I've been punished by kick here. But it is what it is. I can't complain too much. Oh, Fort fails the GFI. Be quite funny if he snaked that. Oh, snakes the pickup but catches it on the other elf. Okay. So the sensible thing here would be to blitz in with tackle. Oh, you swine. These dice are not my friend today, it would seem. So this is looking like it's probably going to be an early 1-0. Yeah, I'm just not getting them at the minute, am I? I have no idea, Jim, but I'm not very happy with them right now. The dice have not been my friends so far. Yeah, so I think it's kind of tempting to try and dodge blood in, but it's going to be a step off anyway. Probably should have pushed that way, but then there's the support coming in then. I'm just going to have to play as though I'm going to recover it next turn, I think. Now, expecting him to get blitzed, but we will see. There's still a chance. I think he's basically just got to run away now, because he won't get lucky twice in that way, I don't think. So he's got a reroll. I could see him just trying to go for the early score here. Gives me 5 turns to get back in on it, I guess. At least that became a no Kaz, so he will be back. I would say, despite the tightness at the top in this one, if I lose this, that's probably the season done for me, in which case I will concentrate on development as much as I possibly can when I have AV9 breaking like paper and removing my players just seemingly at will. Alright, so he goes for the surf, gets the surf, that's fine, that's a waste of his blitz. There we go, dodges out. Not even a thing. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Stays... no, doesn't stay knocked out. So he's got full squad. I'm on linos again. Alright. Actually half expecting a blitz to come in here, but we'll play a little more conservatively and see what happens. Who knows, maybe I'll get some luck this time round. Ooh, even better kick for him this time. Quick snap, okay. So, I'm not a huge fan of quick snaps, but I am going to do this. I'm going to pull him back a bit. And you get to move one square closer, so that's good. Into the end zone, cool, right. Wicked. That was supposed to prevent that from happening, but did not, so I'm going to have to bring you up now. A removal would be lovely right about now. Alas, I do not think that is going to be coming anytime soon. Oh, then again. No, just a stun. Pick this ball up. Don't think I can effectively screen over here, but you're not really necessary here at the moment, so I'm going to pull you back. Yeah, let's just do that. Frustrating so far is what I would call this, but we still got time. Like, the superstitious person in me is like, well, you know, linemen who are loners break really easily. They just do, they just die all the time, but so far nothing as yet. Just a stun. I'd really like to get Mighty Blow on these guys so they're more useful, or get Tackle on hit, so that I'm combining Mighty Blow and Tackle in the same pieces for these Agi teams. I've got another Dark Elf team to play this season, and it's actually more bash heavy the rest of the division for me, which may suit because I'm probably more equipped to deal with bash teams right at the moment, but we will see. You falling over was not helpful, mate. Okay, pushes him off. That's fine. That means I can reposition him next turn. I'm fine with that. At least no random Audrey events can happen during my drive, only at the beginning. Alright, so I think my plan here is to pull these guys back from the side. And then start forming some sort of cage around here. My concern about that is that I'm kind of running out of time. So I've got 4 turns to get up. It's almost tempting to hand off to Crump Teeth, but I'm not going to be able to cage this far forward anyway, so I'm going to have to sacrifice this turn anyway. It's still perfectly possible to score in 4 turns, even from this deeper position, but we'll have to do what we can do. So you're going to go in there. You're going to go in here. No armor break on that, unfortunately. You're standing up, should have done that first. You are coming up here. And of course, alright, it's just a wrestle hit. Which means I kind of need to deal with that square there, unfortunately. So I think we're going to bring you back to here, just to close off that channel. because that means that he can't use this square here to cut the corner and get in amongst them so easily. Right, let's do that. This is going to make getting forward a little bit tricky, and it does isolate Bork. Does some good interlocking tackle zones here. Makes dodging a bit trickier for him. Yeah, I seem to have got more than my fair share of both downs so far. But we'll see. Okay, so it's absolutely imperative that I get the pitch on this turn. Okay, so I think he wants to force me onto the sidelines here. I'm more inclined to go up this way, but to do that I kind of need to take this guy out first, so there we go, start getting the powers at least. My temptation would be to blitz here and then force through. So I need to kind of stop him from interfering. Naturally does not get the forward motion that I need, but that's fine. I'm going to actually put the cage in there. I actually want him slightly back from the line. Although, can I really afford to? I probably need to move forward. We're going to put guard here on this back corner. Now, I've left a really obvious hole here, which is not great, but I'm hoping that he's not going to be able to exploit it, so we will see how this goes. So this is the obvious hole here. You dodge out and you get in, you get a hit on there. I probably should have put him there. That would have been more sensible, but we'll see. That'd be GFI. Right, what I really need to do here is decide cage to an extent. I'm probably going to have to pass to a blitzer to score. So I don't really want to go for the sidelines because I hate doing it, especially when it's this sort of situation, but I don't really have much other option. That's a GFI. Yeah, let's GFI in, I think. Maybe not. Right, Crump Teeth. Are you in position to do something useful? Let's put you there. I was going to blitz with him, but I don't really need to, given that... No, I should have moved him first. This is probably going to fail twice now. Nope, that's alright then. Let's tuck you in there. You're currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to get someone up the pitch. Going to have to potato it a bit. So your movement 7, aren't you? Movement 7 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he actually needs to GFI twice in order to be able to score. And he fails it, of course. Like, he kind of has to do this because otherwise I can't score. Oh, he snakes it. Yeah, I'm not scoring. Perfect. There's a huge gaping elf hole here as well. So he could go 2-0 up here, in theory. Didn't even get the blitz in. I'm just going to blitz the loner. This should be easy for him to secure if that's what he wants to do, or he can just take the hits. Hello, Peckish Fox. Have I seen you before? Okay, so welcome to my channel, Fox. This is a minors game, so no advice, please. Not that any advice is going to be very much used to me so far, because my luck has been dreadful. Which seems to be a theme for this season so far, although I'm going to be completely chill about it, because if that's the way it's going to be, that's the way it's going to be. Have you joined REBBRL.net yet and perhaps signed up for Spin or Upstarts or anything like that? I know that Upstarts sign-ups are currently open, so if you can get on the REBBRL Discord, that's what I would recommend you do. And also, yeah, this is an online league, so yeah, you won't get the Discord from here, but what you need to do is find REBBRL. I will post a link at the end of this once I'm done playing for you. So this is basically him running his players away now so that they don't get hurt. Yeah, no worries, Fox. We're currently mid-season, so it'll be a little while before the main season starts up again, but I know Upstarts sign-ups are till February the 12th, so you can get some games in that way if you want. You can search for Discords anyway, can't you? So just search for REBBRL. That's the REBBRL Rookie League. Aha, so you are a complete noob. That's cool. As you can see, I cannot score. So, realistically speaking, what I should just do is just hit elves. Playing against human players is much different to playing against the AI, because the AI is really crap. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go for a crumpening just for violence's sake. He doesn't really have anything that's a particularly juicy target though, so let's stick you in there. Might as well burn the reroll, I don't need it for anything now. And just get a push, so yeah, my dice are going to continue to be horrible. It is the Reddit Rookie League, that is the one. You have it right. So I think what we're going to attempt to do here is we're going to pass it, because there's nothing else to do. I'm actually going to hand it off here. And then I'm going to try and throw a vanity pass. Oh no, I just want to hand off, don't I? There we go. And you are going to throw a vanity pass. Yeah, skiving work is totally justifiable on a Friday. No, whiffs it. Straight to the Dark Elves. Vanity pass denied. Yeah, so it's unfortunate. It's been the story of my season so far, to be honest. So I've been outbashed twice by teams who I really should have outbashed. Had a really good start, and then it's just kind of dropped off as a result, and lost 2 games, I would say, because of bad not paying enough attention to what I was doing and misclicking. But it is what it is, and this is still just minors, so it's not like it's the end of the world as long as my team survives, which is not, you know, a certainty, especially because I'm going into a bunch of bash teams, but hopefully I can get a few points on the board later. Right, I am fully caffeinated now. Yeah, misclicking is awful. I do it a lot because I tend to play too fast, so I'm really trying to slow myself down a bit. That's a level for him on his vanity pass though. Alright, so let's see what lovely shenanigans we have from the kickoff events on this one. I don't have enough proper players to do a chevron defense, but I'm going to attempt to anyway, because I don't really have much of an option otherwise. Gonna have to use a lino for some of this. You're gonna go in there. I think I want you there. You there. You there. Yes, I can. The dude on the bench, he can come in if I'm missing players. So I've already had to do that because a rock got thrown at the start of the game and knocked out one of my orcs. Fortunately, he's only badly hurt, so he'll be back for the next game and won't be missing any. But still, a bit of a disaster. Otherwise, had that not happened, I probably would have started fouling in the first half. It is annoying. It's Blood Bowl, though. It's way, way far away from the worst thing that can possibly happen. You'll probably see me cursing my luck some more in this game because so far it has been rotten. 4-minute turns is standard for the Rookie League. It goes down to 3 minutes, I think, for the main REBBRL League. But yeah, we also have various side leagues, so there are 1-minute turn leagues as well, which are good fun because you just don't have any time. Yeah, but like, it's just a thing. You'll get the hang of it, I guess. We have a rule whereby if someone is streaming, then you can't give them advice while they're playing, so that's something to note. So feel free to ask any questions, but don't suggest anything. Otherwise, I might get in trouble, and you might get in trouble too. Yeah, no worries. I didn't think you did. I'm just pointing out that there is a possibility that that can happen. So I don't have kick. He does. Just changing weather. That's fine. That's not going to completely screw me over like anything else could possibly have done. Now he's going to smack me Black Orcs, who will probably singularly fail at doing their jobs. Right, so he's trying to punch a hole down through the middle, which is what I suspected he might do. That gives him a channel through so far. Gets the POWs, of course. Yeah, I was actually painting some Nurgle cultists last night, trying to catch up on my Warhammer Conquest backlog. So they're sitting in front of me looking quite fun at the moment. I don't actually play Tabletop Blood Bowl, I just play Tabletop 40k. Yeah, Nurgle's Rotters are cool. My brother plays Tabletop. He currently has Skaven Black Scramblers and the Orc team, whose name escapes me right now. Tau. You like shooting people then. I tend to play Space Marines or Chaos occasionally, but I've got a whole bunch of other stuff as well. I have far too much, in fact, as is usually the case. I use a Imperial Fist successor chapter called the Void Reapers that I came up with. So they are a Primaris chapter, but have old Marines in as well. They're fun. Yeah. Black and Bone armor scheme. Yeah. Yeah, they're not Imperial Fists. They use different chapter tactics. They go as vanilla essentially, but they're skinned after I suppose the lore that you would use is the Horus Heresy, where they had the specialist ship-to-ship combat chapters. So that's kind of where they came from. Okay, so he's just vanity passing in the back there to make me come at him, which is basically what I would expect him to do. Farm SPP until he's ready to move forward. So I'm going to have to go on the offensive. I think we're just going to step these guys back in. Except we are going to do a variant on that, in that we're going to step him in. I think I need to get in there, so let's do that. Guardy boy, I want to kill him there. It's going to be a 1-die pretty much what I do there, but that's fine. Do we want to take the 1-die here? No, we don't. That was me thinking too much about other stuff. I do have an Insta. It's plastic_crack_fiend. So if you are interested, you can find them there. It has been updated in a while, though. I need to really get on that at some point. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Appeals to my sense of humour. Okay, so again, Mighty Blow not doing its job. That is a gaping elf hole that I'm going to have to just accept as being one, I think. Although I could actually move forward and cover it. So let's do that. And Crump Teeth, you're going in for a crumpening in a sec. I don't think I have a White Scar Marine. That might be my Apothecary. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, people seem to talk lots of positive things about my Death Guard, so I think they're probably better, but yeah, we'll see. I'm quite slow at painting at the moment as well. He's just going to sit back and vanity pass and farm SPP at the back there, I think. Oh, gets the POW, of course. Opens up a hole, but I'm kind of hoping that he's going to be dumb enough to try and exploit it. I only really got back into it about 2 years ago, Fox. So about 2 years. I did used to play. I've actually played on and off since 2nd edition, but I stopped for about 10 years-ish and offloaded everything that I had either to family members or by selling it or whatever. So it's really only been the last 2 years that I've kind of taken it seriously again, and I've my little brother got back into it, and we've just got one of my other little brothers back into it as well. So I don't really play very much, but we tend to play sort of inter-family stuff. I've got a whole bunch of Necromunda stuff I need to do, and a ton of other things as well. I really need to do some photos as well of stuff that I painted since last time. So there will be a whole load of stuff to go on that Insta at some point soon when I can be bothered and get around to it. I'm not spending all my time on Blood Bowl. He's just taking the few hits that I've given him, I guess. Interesting. He's dodging back. Oh, cool. That's really cool. It's always cool to meet someone who's just started, because like I said, it's been a while. He might actually fail a dodge at some point in this game. I'm not sure that he will, but he might. It's conceivable. Okay, if I have to pressure up, I'll pressure up. But this is probably going to end badly for me. We will see. I paint on and off, and I do it while I'm doing other stuff as well. So I like watch TV series while I paint and things. So it's kind of my relaxation thing. I think the streaming the painting would be kind of counter to why I do it. Although maybe I'll do like a charity stream where I'll paint some stuff or something like that at some point. But thank you very much. That's a really nice compliment. I think that I'm relatively average, but then I think everyone does, doesn't they? So let's pressure here. Yeah, everyone is their own worst critic. It's just how it works. Oh god, that white gave me conniptions. It really did. Painting with white is not something I particularly enjoy. If I'm going to lose this game, I'm going to lose this game swinging. You're getting piled on, mate. I want death. Just a stun. That's rubbish. Let's go in here. Okay, so pressuring more. Could try and break down this left hand side past Clud, but we'll see. Glazes are cool, yeah. I use less glazes, I think. I'm much more of a fan of using lots of washes, so I tend to do like base coats and then use washes to modify them. And dry brushing. I do a lot of dry brushing. I actually really enjoy painting terrain, so I've got a whole load of terrain that I need to put up that looks really pretty great. Just done some galvanic servo haulers and some whole bunch of other stuff as well. But my goal is to try and get an hour done a night or equivalent a week, so I think I'm on about 3 or 4 this week, so I'm not quite there yet. But yeah, I highly recommend just picking up a few little techniques and tricks and just kind of experimenting, because the worst comes to the worst, you can always strip the models afterwards and start again if they look terrible. There's probably a few that I should probably strip at some point. And don't get too hung up on doing colour schemes that are in books or whatever, just come up with your own stuff and enjoy what you're doing. There's no reason you can't have purple Death Guard if you don't want them. Yeah, alright, so it looks like I'm maybe trying to exploit my little hole that I've given him here. Yeah, by all means, yeah, drop a link. I don't know if you can drop a link in here, but if you can't, that's fine, just PM me in Discord. You can find me on Discord quite easily if you are on REBBRL already. I am either there as AFXN or Gaustos. Oh, there we go, links do work. I couldn't remember if they worked in my Discord or not. I will take a look at it later. Awesome. Once I am done getting creamed by elves. I don't know what it is with my luck, you know. My luck has been dreadful where removal's concerned for about 4 games now. Even Crump Teeth has been failing me, which is very depressing. Just a push. Steps in. Goes with the hit on the thrower, because that's the easy target. Doesn't get the surf, but could get the armor break. I see your game here, matey. Home time. Home time is always good. I'm back in work tomorrow, unfortunately. Kind of hoping he doesn't move, because that would be funny. Ooh. Fail. That's cool. That makes a change. And the jump up fails, of course. But that does not. Just a stun. I'm piling that on. Eat that. KO. That's a removal at least, even if it's not quite the removal that I wanted. Alright, so I do in fact have a hit on ball now, so all I need to do is get someone else up there to assist. Nope, I'm not doing that. That's a terrible idea. Okay, so ideally I would want someone in position for recovery, but I don't think that's going to happen, so let's just get the hit on ball and see what we do from there. Fuck my life. Apologies to any children watching. I cannot get the removals that I need. It's infuriating. So I think my best options here are to bring blood in with the GFI. Just pray that he doesn't fall over, which he does not, which is nice. Go for the POW. It's a good stun. Just gets a push there, unfortunately, but that's fine. Lack of removal is just infuriating here. It really is. Let's cover up this side again. See, all that had to do was get in and hit him. Like, all it had to be was a POW or a stumble, and I would have been a happy chappy. I would have been happy with a both down. But no, pushes and skulls. That seems to be all I'm getting this game. I'm not salty though, I am just being irate. So it's fine. We're not done yet. There's still a possibility that this could go wrong for him. Unfortunately, what's more likely to happen is it'll pass to the witch, and the witch will just bomb it down the field. All he has to do is dodge out. I am in the Midlands. I'm not far from Birmingham. How about you, Mr. Fox? Ah, Sussex. Lovely. Lovely part of the world. Or is... Yeah, I don't have a Midlands accent, but it is Midlands. Let's have a swig of Lucasade while I try and ponder how I'm going to get myself out of this one. I think he's just going to go for the pass play here. Oh no, I interchange those because I've lived in too many places, so I say path, bath, bath, pass. I don't say pass, that's true. Grass. But yeah, it's one of those things you can tell by the way that people say stuff. But yeah, I do tend to interchange them somewhat. Having lived in various parts of the countries at various parts of my life. Weirdly enough, despite the accent, I actually grew up for the most part in Wales. Here we go. This is probably a 2-0 because that blitz failed. Because unless he gets incredibly unlucky, then I am essentially screwed. All he has to do is a pass. I don't really have anything that can intercept. Yeah, I have 0 Welsh accent, it's true. So yeah, surely you've got to go for the pass on this one. If he whiffs this somehow, then I've got a chance. If he doesn't, then I've lost. No. No. That's a win. That is a win for him. So now I'm just going to kill his squad. Seems fair. Literally nothing that can catch him. No interest in your shitty donor, mate, so I'm just going to get in and crush everyone. That's the sensible thing to do. Come on, do your job, Crumty, for fuck's sake. Excuse me again, any family viewers? Mighty Blow does nothing, because it's a lie. So yet again, a game in which I get no SPP, which is glorious. Four turns, I guess I could score here, but I don't see it happening, so...
Okay, this is where we just try and kill as many players as I possibly can for the SPP. Not because I'm like being vindictive or anything, it's just that the lack of SPP that I've had in the last 3 games has been horrendous. I'm not even that bothered if he scores again. It's not really important now. Of course he does. Of course he gets a blitz. Do you know, I think I've actually been blitzed now at least once in all 5 of my last games. Or no, actually, I don't think Glockter got a blitz, did he? He might have done. But yeah, blitzes seems to be a thing that happens to me a lot. Yeah, I think you have to push him back there, because otherwise... Oh, just another push. Goes for a second GFI. Gets it. Okay, so may be able to get a consolation score here, depending on the dice, which have not been going my way so far, so I'm not expecting it, but we'll see. Okay, not the greatest scatter on that bounce there. Alright, so what I need to do is need to make sure that I can get this all up to where I need it to be. Well, that's a KO. That helps. Still no injuries, Crumpteeth. You're not doing well enough. Pile the fuck on. No, nothing. Okay. Okay, so the more risky stuff now would be to start tromping forward in this regard, but there we go. That is the... Hey, Dimmy. As you can see, this hasn't gone very well for me, but I did just get a level on a blitzer, so I'm not going to complain too much. Now we've got to see the insane orc passing play at work. So we pass. And he catches it because he is a legend. And I think we're just going to potato up the field here. Because why not? You pair are going to run interference for me. I think his witch can probably get back there. No? Maybe him. Yeah, there's a blitz possible from there. No, I'm not going to red dice. Let's tackle on there as well. Okay, so in theory he could blitz me off here. I probably should have gone one further to the left, but he may not even bother. Yeah, Dimmy, as you can see, this hasn't gone very well. The first thing that happened was a rock badly hurt one of my Black Orcs, one of the ones with block, and then from there it's just been a little bit of catastrophe dice-wise. There's been a couple of times where I was close to sacking the ball and did not. Okay, he's not blitzing my ball carrier then. Close to sacking the ball and failed. And as a consequence went 2-0 down. But hey, I've just nicked the ball on his dry. I've just nicked the ball finally, so I might get a consolation touchdown. Obviously not going to win it because there's only 3 turns left, but I'll be alright with the 2-1, getting some SPP. I mean, by all means, it's a GFI to get there, dude. You got to re-roll, so you might as well try it. If you do, he's getting jumped up, though. Surf me block, but he is fine and dandy. Like a sour candy. I'm fine with scoring this turn because it gives me some free hits next turn. Ah, cool. Who are you playing this week, Dim? Are you actually going to try and win this one? Oh, Flipped. That'd be an interesting one. Yeah, Flipped's team are pretty spicy. Extraordinarily good shape considering the absolute battering that happened at the hands of the Akkadian Guard. So yeah, I think I might just take the touchdown here. Although, can I jump up, hit this guy first? Yes, I can. So let's get an assist in. This burns my reroll. I'm going to be a sad boy. It does not. There we go. That is an injury. Oh, nasty. I think Meat may Apo this one. Nope. Just going to leave it. Okay. Yeah, he is. He is Apoing it. That's SPP. Finally. Oh, into an AV bust as well. Ouch. That was unfortunate. Let's tuck you back in next to guard. You lads are going up here just in case. Vengeance for the Rock, perhaps? The Rock says. Let's glue these lords and ladies up. I'm going to play this as though this is going to fail. But I do have a reroll. Snakes do happen though. And he gets through. Sick. Sick. So yeah, you actually get to go up against a team that isn't Agi. I get my bash teams late this season too. I think we'll keep this formation for now. 2 turns. I'm not gonna score again. That's just not gonna happen. Unless I get super lucky and get a blitz, and it's a shallowish kick. So I'm not going to pretend that's a likely thing, but I got some SPP out of this. Finally get the level. Yeah, riot could happen, I guess, but even then it's still going to be an outside chance because I'm slow and he's not. But I got a level for Gurk. I got a little bit of SPP on Crumpteeth, which puts him 3 away. So if there was a blitz or a riot or something and I somehow managed to nick the ball, I would probably try and score with Crumpteeth just to get that final little nudge into level 5. And we can but hope that one of these Black Orcs will actually do something right for a change and Gothrock will actually injure someone. It does happen, apparently. But I've yet to see it. Some good SPP there, actually. That's 3 off there as well for Wazbad. Snazteeth is kind of lagging a bit. SPP in some good places so far. I mean, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 players who can level if they get the MVP. And one of them, of course, is Blood, the MVP Hoover. Touchback would be kind of hilarious, though. Kind of wish I duffed his kicker in, but did not. Might be worth just running up as a potato if I can have to. If I can get the ball, then I can hand off to him. He's not going to make it though, is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, no, I can't. So short of a riot or a blitz, I am not scoring. And it's just changing weather. That's it then. Kicks it straight to the elf. Just murder some players then, I guess. I expect him to just pull back, not give me any targets. Just vanity pass in the backfield, which is fine. I think he may have forgotten about the jump up on Crumpteeth there, that last turn. Got pummel a loner maybe? Or do I want to hit him? Mesfir. So being a salty boy, having had the dice not be in my favour whatsoever, I am kind of tempted to just go for his big pieces, but that would feel a little cheap. Might be time for a crumpening though. Yeah, I thought he'd run Mesfir away. Good bit of farming going on there. There's no levels on the Witch Elf. Oh, there is. Edelfin has gone up, so that is a scary piece now. I've got 3 rerolls, so I might as well do this. Don't want these little buggers dodging out. If I can help it. Reroll that. Just into a push, of course. That was unfortunate. Alright, one more turn of punching to go. He'll run everyone away now. Do you know, I don't actually think... I think he failed one dodge and then passed it with a reroll this entire game. It's been pretty frustrating. Like, tackle just ain't doing anything for me, and hasn't been for several games. I'm fine with elves. I'm just not fine with elves when they just seem to be invulnerable, which has been the theme for me for a little while. It's fine though. Like, after this, it's pretty much bash teams apart from Joby's Dark Elves. So I've got Q next, then a bye, then Joby, I think, then Gruffbar Zuffbar, then I think just after that it is, yeah, see, just no fails. He does have a couple of players who are still in range though. So yeah, I think, and then it's the Mouldy Shamblers to finish the season, so it's pretty much bash all the way for the rest of it. Hopefully I can pick up some points and finish in a fairly respectable position, but I'm not going to hold out too much hope. So I get 1 hit left with a reroll. Let's just try and orchestrate it so that it's as nasty as is humanly possible. And make him work for the dodges. He did say that he kind of wanted his AGI bust dude to die, so let's see if we can oblige. Yeah, I don't want to just solely blame the dice. Meat has played really, really well. It's not fair to suggest that he doesn't deserve the win here. But I'm just going to try and make it as difficult as possible for him so that he can't dodge out, etc. And I'm going to go and crumb teeth that AG bust dude who he wants to die. And we'll see what happens with the piling on. I do like a good bit of piling on. 3 die with a reroll. Mighty push. There we go. That's what we wanted. No. Alright, that's it. Okay, so let's see what we do with the levels. It'd be quite funny if Gurk gets a movement up. I probably wouldn't take it, but it would be quite funny. Yeah, it was GG. It was just, it wasn't to be. Like, the dice were just not kind to me, so I'm still running heavy on everything here. And I get the lineman MVP again. Clud, of course. So, yeah, made a few there. There's a few there. That's not that bad, really. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let's see what we get for the levels. At some point these MVPs are going to come good and I'm going to get some MVP on a Black Orc or something, but not just yet, apparently. Alright, so just waiting on the confirmation, I guess, unless that pinged while I wasn't paying attention. That was just messaging someone. Yeah, so that's probably my season over, realistically speaking. With that loss, I'm almost certainly going to be bottom table going into my bye at least, and even then with the bye, unless we see some losses here, it's going to be tough to kind of pull back from that. After that, yeah, we've got Q next week, so could pick up some points there, but I am terrible at lizards, so I'm going to have to do some practicing and see if I can figure out a good strategy for it. Positives from that though, didn't lose anyone, didn't have any permanent injuries, got a level here, very close to a level here, tantalisingly close with Crump Teeth. Bad Mad nicked an SPP there as well. Clud is close to getting back Dirty Player, Clud 2 as we could call him. It's just these guys, they're driving me to distraction because they just will not level. Like, Gothrock just needs to get that one SPP and we're good. And Zughag obviously is a replacement for the previous one, whose name escapes me right now, that I sacked because he got MNG'd and I didn't need to keep the money for anything. Yeah, just waiting on that validation. Do. I can't remember what Meat's name is on to say thanks. What? Why? Oh yeah. Breakless, that's the one. Yeah. So, let's take a look at Gurk. See what you get, my boy. Just generals, okay, so I think we're just going to go with guard for him. because that's the same thing to do. Alright. Starting to get the guard spam in now, that'll help for sure. And as I said, we are close to an explosion with a couple of these players. We've got Crumb Teeth, we've got Wazbad, we've got Gothrock, we've got Blood, the lineman is close as well. So, and we've got, so we've got stuff that could happen next game. I mean, there's going to be a lot of skink punching going on there, but you never know, I might be able to orchestrate some hits on Saurai that get me some SPP as well, and really 3 on Crumb Teeth is not inconceivable. So, I mean, he's been sat at 46 for a while and he finally woke up again, so maybe this is a sign of the times. We could be cruising towards a level 5 Crumb Teeth. I would really like to get Gothrock up though, so I may well start blitzing with him onto Sauruses this game, depending on what happens. Thank you for joining me. I will probably not be casting anything this weekend. Unfortunately, I'm fairly busy. Possibly Sunday, if anyone's doing anything and I'm free. And I will try and grab some games next week, because I know I've kind of been slacking on that front. And if you are watching this, either now live or in a replay, and you haven't hit the follow button yet, please do, because I am close to the affiliate program and that would be really cool, and then that might actually prompt me to start streaming other things as well. So thanks for joining me, and goodbye.